Today's episode is all about Seattle's dark side. We're going to be covering some serial killers in Seattle, which we are all...
So just like forewarn for anyone listening, like if this isn't your jam, like this whole episode's kind of going to be around some very, very famous,
Violent killers.
Violent killers.
Yep.
In
the
the Seattle
biggies,
area.
the biggies for sure. Yeah,
there's some
guys. We're bringing big hitters. Like if you look at the lineup of like serial killers, Washington brings it with some big.
It's
big
the
headliners.
rain, it's the forest, it's the dark.
I think that because we are so covered by rain all the time, it makes people go a little bit crazy.
This is why people do what they do in Washington, because
The big dark.
the darkness.
Yeah.
It is dark.
So Kat had this idea that we would cover some of the major serial killers because she had a pretty crazy incident while
did.
touring a property.
I look over to my left and I see this man, maybe mid-30s, and he is like scooching in this large, we'll say like a 60, 55 gallon drum into his front door. Okay. So being
Like an oil drum?
oh yes ma'am, like a proper like Dahmer style drum.
Like a burn barrel.
So I see him scooching that in, and I immediately think two things. One, the Dahmer series had just came out on Netflix, which was great.
Like the idea of eating other people.
It was done so well that by the end of that series, you're like, I'd be friends with that guy.
Yeah.
So one, I'm like, Dahmer was on my mind because of that. And two, I thought, man, I would fit very nicely in that drum.
So the first one we're going to cover is Ted Bundy.
I'm going to be referring to my notes because a lot of people know a lot of things about Ted Bundy, and I don't want to get these details wrong because he's a scary dude. It did some scary things.
I will say, in doing this episode, I was a little cautious because, like, I mentioned Dahmer, right, and how well that series was done, that it makes you kind of love him along the way. You know what I mean? Like, he looks so
But I mean,
desirable.
This was the thing that Ted Bundy used to his advantage, especially with the UW college students. That was the whole point, right? It's unassuming. It's not just people you assume are like that. It's some unassuming folks.
Yeah.
But Ted Bundy was super, super active in the 1970s. He is one of the most notorious serial killers in history. He lured young women, often posing as like an injured man needing help. This might sound familiar because we talked about trails and parks in our last couple episodes. The Green River Killer, Gary Ridgeway. He was active in the 1980s through 2001.
Crazy long time.
Yeah.
He killed, he was convicted of 48 murders, though I think if you read down lower, he confessed to one more. So he was convicted
49.
of 49 murders.
Oh.
If you didn't know that, they actually brought Ted Bundy out to consult on dump sites to see if they could find more bodies because we had so many missing people during that time frame.
And he would dump their bodies into the Green River.